We are now entering the office space in order to put together the show open for the Bill Leff show. I'm just walking through the offices just so you know where you're going, just in case you haven't been to this portion of the building yet. The talent offices are to our left. We want to go into Studio C. It's also Jason Skaggs' studio. Basically, if you see this Gary Meyer sign for the Blackhawks and the Bears, or excuse me, the Cubs, you want to go to your right. So again, here's the production area. That's Chris Duffy's studio. We want to go into Jason Skaggs' studio. We walk up to the board. First thing we do is we're going to open Adobe Audition. We're going to switch it to Edit. We're going to create File New, and we're going to press OK. And we're going to start recording. Now Bill will be in the studio for you to do this. So what we do is we turn on C2 mic 1. We turn on C2 mic 1. Set the level low, that way you can always boost it up, but it won't be overmodulated. So what Bill will do now is he will come on and do our show opening. It consists of him portraying a fictional announcer named Kenny Lumbar. The announcement features one or two one-liners and a preview of something that's going to come up on the show. So, for example, we are going to say, live from the All-State Showcase studio, where it's hotter than the heat of Hades, it's the Bill Leff Show. I'm fictional announcer Kenny Lumbar. Tonight, Paige Weiser and David Plummer on Pulp Culture, your phone calls, and one other funny one-liner Bill Leff will come up with on the spot. And now here's your host, Bill Leff. After that, you stop it and you edit it. I don't know if I'll be able to do this one-handed, but obviously you cut it down to where it needs to be. In order to listen to it, you go back to the board. You want to find the pot that says Audition PC. Turn that up and on. So we're now able to hear it. It won't be overmodulated. So what Bill will do now is he will come on and do our show opening. It consists of him portraying a fictional announcer named Kenny Lumbar. Alright, I think it starts over here. Live from the All-State Showcase studio, where it's hotter. Alright, so that is our announcement right there. So what we do is we save it as announcer. We save it as an MP3. And then we save it to the desktop. That way it's easy to find. You're going to have to insert it into a session in a minute. So I'd like to save it to the desktop just so I know where it is. So save announcer to desktop. Alright, so that is good to go. Next, we switch it to the multi-track view. So we go up to here, we click, it was on edit, we move it to multi-track. And then we go to open. Now, where you're going to go from here is you're going to go to the F drive. You're going to go to the Dan Chagru folder. I double-clicked it. Hang on one second. The first folder in the bunch should say 01 Bill Leff Show Open. Double-click on that. There should be a session, Bill Leff Show Open. You go down to Open, and you open it. You'll see the items start to load. Now, more than likely, you're going to find an announcer from the previous day's broadcast. You want to get rid of it. We're going to test that. If we hear Bill Leff's voice here, we know it's an old one.
My 5th favorite highway and my 11th favorite...
Yep, that's Bill's. So what we do here is we click it at the beginning, we delete it. We mark where that spot is. You see how it's right at the end of the top part and right at the beginning of the second part. And we drag announcer over. Now that one didn't turn out so hot because it came over, so you can switch it by going up here, putting the arrow button in place, and moving it to where you want it to be. Again, that yellow, where the yellow thing right in that range. Alright. Next thing, you want to make sure that it's the full file. You can do that by going over here. You see how the cursor turns into that. Pull it. That'll make sure that everything got in place. So we test it here. Live from the All-State Showcase. You hear my voice, so you know that the announcer is working. So this is good to go. Your show open is ready to be mixed down and ready to go. So next step, we go up to File. We go over to Edit. We go to Mix Down to New File. Master output, you can just do it in mono, that way it's easier. And now what you have is one complete track with all those elements mixed together. Again, I like to test it here just to make sure it's working.
Live from the All-State Show.
Okay, so that's my voice. It's good to go. I also like to check the ending just to make sure that your out cue is going to be, here's Bill Leff.
And now here's your host, Bill Leff.
Alright, so as long as you hear those words, it's good to go. If there's a little bit of extra music on the end, that's fine. So the mix down is created. So what we do now is we save as. We go down, we change it to MP3. So it should be titled Mixdown MP3. We save. And now it's good to go. Now what you do is just email it to yourself and you play it off your computer out of the midnight news. Our show open happens out of the midnight news.